Good afternoon, this is Claudine coming to you from Rascal Farm. Just showing you my last tomatoes, my last rare heirloom tomatoes. The last bed, so that you can see the varieties that we've grown. Forgive me for a little breathiness. I have a little bit of asthma, and so when I bend down sometimes I get a little breathy. So bear with me. So I'm going to show you this one here. This is our first one here on this bed. This is called a Giraffe. There we go, Giraffe. Yeah, and Giraffe it's a peach long keeper, and it's actually quite a beautiful plant. It has tons of beautiful slicers, and it goes all the way up, as you can see. All these clusters in here. Look at that, it just keeps going up. So another beautiful plant here. Over here, just around this side here, excuse me, the first one, this one is the Firework. Firework was our second best tasting tomato that that we did with our tasters, and it is a German tomato. Beautiful tomato. It is one of my favorites, absolute favorites. It's a beautiful orange with yellow stripe, and then it's got these striations on it. These beautiful striations, little sort of straw-colored striations. Beautiful flavor, amazing. A lot of my German friends love it when I give them this tomato. So it goes all the way up as well. And then if I take you around this way again, it's my little nursery between the beds that I'm growing all kinds of fruit trees. So this one here is a Amana Orange, the Amana Orange. And the Amana Orange is obviously an orange. It's a new variety, as well as the Giraffe that I just showed you on the first tomato. Amana Orange, it's a beautiful, again, a beautiful beefsteak. And it goes up as well, up the plant. So that's your Amana Orange. Lots of tomatoes on there. The next one is the Majorca, Majorca Winter. Now this is the tomato, this Majorca. It's a slicer, you see. Beautiful slicer, nice size. And clusters that are going up. Now the Majorca, it is a plant. Interestingly enough, it is not a very tall plant. This one is only about maybe 5 feet tall. But this one you harvest. You harvest the whole plant. You harvest the tomatoes on the plant, and you harvest the whole thing with the tomatoes on it. And then it slowly ripens. The idea is that the tomatoes, you pick them as they ripen right off the vine, and you hang the plant indoors. So I will let you know what that looks like, and I will also let you know how good they are and how that works, because the idea is that it's supposed to last you longer than the other tomatoes and last you into the early winter. So there you go, that is the Majorca Winter. This one here is the Green Zebra. Green Zebra is the youngest of our heirlooms. It's right on the brink of not being an heirloom. Just a few years and it wouldn't have been an heirloom, so it's the youngest of our heirlooms. There you go. And it has its own flavor, kind of citrusy. Beautiful tomato, nice. So that one is a 60-year-old heirloom, and that's the youngest of our heirlooms. This one here is the Lotus White slicer. This is the number one tomato in flavor that we had of all time. This it's a white tomato. You see, it's actually, they call white tomatoes, really light yellow tomatoes are considered white tomatoes, so they don't quite go, there's nothing that really goes white, but you can see they're white variety, beautiful, lots of them this year, as you can see, all going up there that way. And I'm going to take you around to the back here now. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to take you around this way. Here's my little windmill palms that Manuel gave me. And just coming around here, going around our beds. Got some kale in there, and kale and gourmet shallots at the end. We've got garlic and onion chives, and we have parsley in the middle there. So over here we have this one here. This is the Lucid Gem. Very interesting tomato. Beautiful in color, burgundy, orange, and yellow. And it's got these purple shoulders to it. Just beautiful tomato, wonderful. This tomato last year, look at the cluster in there. Lots, right? Tons of them. This tomato last year was a smoky flavor. It was the most different tomato I've ever tasted. And we'll see what the flavor profile this year will be. But I've got tons on this, probably a good, I don't know, 40 on this plant, easily. There's another, oh, sorry. I'll have to take you around again so that you can see my other ones on that side. Things get a little bit hard to get around through to. So we have right here, just gonna, pardon me here. This one here is the ananas, which means, it means pineapple, really. That's what it means in French. And it is a beautiful, beautiful burgundy and green beefsteak. There's the Dixie Gold, that's brand new. Dixie Gold, and that's what they look like. So there'll be a golden yellow, I'm sure. Beautiful as well, all the way up the plant. We have, just coming around this way, we've got our big orange stripe. Big orange stripe. That big orange stripe is beautiful. It actually looks like, look at that, looks like a huge green zebra, doesn't it? Or one of our striped ones, but that one should be big orange stripe. It may be yellow with orange stripe. I'll have to find out what the stripe is, if it's orange with yellow. And you'll get to see that one as well. Another beautiful clusters in there. There's more as you go up. Over here we have the Rascal Beauty apricot beef. Now my Azoichka, little apricot colored Russian tomato, decided to play around with the White Beauty tomato, and it became this tomato. So this tomato was a natural heirloom that produced from two tomatoes, the Azoichka tomato and the White Beauty tomato, and this is now an apricot, basically beauty beef steak, and so I call it the Rascal Beauty since we've created it here on our farm. A beautiful size, look at that size, beautiful. Lots of cluster there, and a few more up top here. And over here is our last tomato. This is an all-time favorite, this one here. This is the Yellow Fire Plum, of course, which is an amazingly beautiful tomato. Pardon me here, hold on, I just got to get around. And you can see the color there. That one's already ready to go. It is one of the most beautiful tomatoes I've ever grown. This is a yellow tomato with orange and strawberry swirl. And I'll be posting that tomato as well as soon as they get ripened. So we got a few more in there. And that's pretty well, there's a few more there. So it's a beautiful plum. One of my favorites. It's got a little bit of a kick to it. It's got a little bit of a heat kick, which is interesting. Almost similar to a pepper taste, this plum. So that's pretty well all she wrote for today. Thank you so much for joining us here on Rascal and Crow Farm. And that's the last of my varieties to show you of our rare heirloom tomatoes. Hope you enjoyed the segment, and bye for now.